How's it going, everyone? Landon with LMR.com. In today's video, I'm going to be taking a quick look at this window motor gear from 50 Resto, as well as explaining the detailed steps on how you install it. This window motor gear from 50 Resto is going to be for the Fox body owner out there who has existing working window motors, but the bushings and our gears have failed. Common symptoms of failed bushings are audible clicking sounds when the window reaches its maximum upward and downward travel, while defective gears would cause the window not to roll up or down. Here's an example of the clicking noise that I'm talking about. Now, the window motor gear I have here comes complete with the plastic drive gear, new bushings, and the metal outer gear that turns the regulator. This will work with the driver and passenger side window motors for all 1979 to 1993 coupe, hatchback, T-top, sunroof, and convertible Fox bodies. However, it will not work with convertible rear window motors. For this install, I'll be starting with the door panel already removed from the car. Removing a door panel from a Fox body is very easy to do, and if you would like to see more detail on how to do that, be sure and check out our video. With the door panel removed from the door, carefully roll back the moisture barrier to expose the window motor. If your car is equipped with a door speaker, loosen the retaining hardware and then bring the speaker towards you. Disconnect the electrical connection and then set the speaker aside. Go ahead and disconnect the window motor electrical connection. Before you remove the motor, roll back more of the moisture barrier to expose the window guide rod. Use a towel and a pair of vice grips to hold the door glass in the up position. The vice grips will be positioned underneath the regulator channel. Locate the 3 window motor to window regulator retaining bolts. Loosen and remove 2 of those 8mm bolts. Now, while removing the last bolt, be sure and hold the motor with your free hand. Bring the window motor through the speaker provision and then remove it from the car. Place the window motor on a workbench and then remove the Phillips head screw. Carefully pry off the cover and set this aside. You'll quickly notice that the guide bushings in this assembly are completely destroyed. Remove the metal gear from the shaft, followed by the plastic drive gear. Now you can go ahead and thoroughly clean all of the components. I started with the motor gear cover. Wipe away the bulk of the old grease, and then you can come back with some quality brake clean to ensure that you have a nice clean surface. Do the same for the gear housing in the window motor. In order to flush out the old grease and any debris from the worm gear, I find it easiest to simply use compressed air if you have access to it. Of course, once the bulk of the grease is gone, wipe the housing with quality brake clean. Apply fresh grease to all areas inside of the gear housing. Pack the teeth on the new motor gear with grease and apply a thin film to the bottom as well. Set the gear into the motor and then verify that the teeth properly seat with the worm gear. Reposition the cover and then tighten the retaining screw. Apply grease to the teeth on the metal gear. You don't have to go too crazy on this, as all I typically do is dab a little onto each tooth and call it a day. Position the motor back into place and you'll feel the gears mesh together. Go ahead and start one of the 8mm bolts and loosely tighten it to hold the motor in place. Reinstall the other 2 bolts and then go ahead and fully tighten all 3 of the bolts. Reconnect the motor and then remove the vice grips and the towel. At this time, you can check operation before you reinstall the door panel. To do this, go ahead and reconnect the window switch. Roll down the window until it stops and keep holding the switch. Verify that the clicking sound is no longer present. Roll the window up and do the same thing. At this point, you can reassemble any component that was removed. This includes the moisture barrier and speaker, door panel, armrest, door handle bezel, mirror hole cover, and the associated hardware. If needed, go ahead and repeat these steps for the other side. Now that everything is back together, the annoying clicking sounds have been resolved. Replacing the window motor gear is very straightforward, guys. I mean, honestly, removing the door panel is probably more invasive than replacing the darn window motor gear. More importantly, I'm excited that I don't have to listen to that annoying clicking sound anymore. Now, for the most current product information and prices on this window motor gear, of course, be sure and reference LMR.com. To see more how-to and review videos covering industry-leading products, be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, and of course, don't forget to turn on notifications. While you're at it, check out our other videos. And for all things 1979 to present Mustang and SVT Lightning, keep it right here with the real enthusiasts, LMR.com.